Hello everyone. So today let's learn the proof of Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Statement. So the theorem statement is every square matrix satisfies its characteristic equation. Okay. So how to prove this? So all of you know what is a square matrix, right? So number of rows should be equal to number of columns. So what is the characteristic equation? Determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to 0 is your characteristic equation. So now let's write that. So proof. Let's take a matrix. Let A be a square matrix. Now, so what will be the characteristic equation of A? It is determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to 0. So now let's see an example for the next step. Here we have a matrix A of order 2 cross 2. We are finding the characteristic equation of that. So we get lambda square minus 3 lambda minus 4 is equal to 0. So if we observe clearly, we can say that the highest degree of this polynomial, that is the characteristic equation, is equal to the order of the given matrix. That is, highest degree of the polynomial is equal to the order of the given matrix. So now, can I write the solution of this determinant A minus lambda I to be a polynomial? Yes, right? So if I write a polynomial, the highest degree should be equal to n, right? So here we took a matrix, okay, square matrix of order n. So highest order of A was n. That means highest lambda value will be n, right? So we have a coefficient. So I'll take the coefficient to be Pn plus Pn minus 1 lambda power n minus 1 plus etc. plus P1 e power 1 plus P0 is equal to 0. We had a value, that is lambda square plus 3 lambda plus 4 is equal to 0. That means first lambda will be highest power, next will be 1 power less, and finally we don't have a lambda, we have only a constant. So we generalize that and wrote here, where P0, P1, P2, etc. P0 are scalars, or you can call it as constants. Now we have to prove that Pn a power n plus Pn minus 1 a power n minus 1 plus etc. plus P1 a power 1 plus P0 is equal to 0. Okay, so we know that A into adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A into I. This is a proven result. So we will take this, that is A into adjoint of matrix A is equal to determinant of matrix A into identity matrix. So now if I replace this matrix A with the characteristic polynomial, that is A minus lambda I, wherever A I have, I am replacing it with A minus lambda I. So this adjoint becomes adjoint of A minus lambda I is equal to determinant of A minus lambda I into, right? So now the elements of this adjoint of A minus lambda I, how it will be, can be understood using an example. Now we have this A minus lambda I to be this matrix, right? So we will take that A minus lambda I, what is it? It is 1 minus lambda, 2, 3 and 2 minus lambda. So now what is adjoint of A minus lambda I now? Yes, we know 2 cross 2 matrix adjoint can be found very easily, right? Interchange these two numbers, that is this becomes 2 minus lambda, and bring this to the other place. So now this change the sign of it. So this is plus 2 becomes minus 2, plus 3 becomes minus 3. Now this is the adjoint of the given A minus lambda I. So now can I write this as 2 minus 3 minus 2 1 plus lambda into minus 1 0 0, right? So I can write it this way, right? So if I represent this matrix to be B naught plus lambda into this matrix to be B1, can I write it this way? Yes, right? Now check this out. The order of this matrix was 2 cross 2 and the highest power of lambda is 1. That means one number less than the order of the matrix, right? Keep this in mind. Now I can say that the elements of adjoint of A minus lambda I are polynomials of degree at most n minus 1. That is, we saw the power was 1 less than the given order of the matrix. So here the order of the matrix was n. So 1 less than that is n minus 1. So hence adjoint of A minus lambda I can be expressed as matrix polynomials. As we expressed it, right? B naught and B1 was matrix polynomials in lambda of degree n minus 1. So can I write it now, generalize and write it? Yes, right? So can I write adjoint of A minus lambda I to be B naught plus B1 lambda power 1 plus B2 lambda power 2 plus etc. till B n minus 1 lambda n minus 1, because we know lambda to the power of n minus 1 is the highest degree we can use for adjoint here, right? Because order of the matrix A was n and it should be 1 less than the order, right? So it is n minus 1. Here B naught, B1, B2 etc. Bn minus 1 are matrices of order n. Matrices of order n, right? So we saw, right? We saw the example, right? In that the order of this B naught, B1, everything was 2 cross 2 again. That is equal to the given matrix A is order, that is n cross n. Now let's substitute adjoint of A minus lambda I, which we know now here in this equation, as well as we know determinant of A minus lambda I, right? What was determinant of lambda A minus lambda I? It is Pn lambda per n etc. plus P naught is equal to 0. So this and this we are going to substitute. Now what was adjoint? Yes, it is B naught plus B1 etc. up to Bn minus 1 lambda per n minus. So after substitution we get, in the place of adjoint of A minus lambda I we get this, and determinant of A minus lambda I we get this. So now multiply this inside. What do you get? A into B naught plus A into B1 lambda plus etc. plus A into Bn minus 1 into lambda power n minus 1. Now plus into minus minus lambda I into B naught plus into minus minus again lambda I into B1 lambda I into B1 again plus into minus minus etc. up to minus lambda I into Bn minus 1 lambda to the power of n minus 1 equal to, again multiply this I inside here. What do you get? Pn lambda power n into I plus Pn minus 1 lambda power n minus 1 into I plus etc. plus P naught into I. So now we will solve this LHS and RHS separately. We have, what is our LHS? We have our LHS to be AB naught plus AB1 lambda plus etc. plus AB n minus 1 lambda power n minus 1 minus lambda I b naught minus lambda I b1 minus etc. minus lambda I b n minus 1 lambda power n minus 1. Now let's solve this. So here this remains the same, plus a b n minus 1 lambda power n minus 1 minus you have lambda I b naught minus lambda power 1 you have, that is a power m into a power n is a power m plus n. Power gets added up. 1 plus 1 is 2. That means lambda square I b1 minus etc. minus here lambda power n minus 1 lambda power 1, that is 1 plus n minus 1. Plus 1 minus 1 gets cancelled and becomes lambda power n I into b n minus 1. Now let's take our RHS. What is our RHS? We have this one, Pn lambda power n into I plus Pn minus 1 lambda power n minus 1 into I plus etc. plus P naught into I. Now comparing LHS and RHS, we can say if you have lambda and the coefficients of lambda, see here you have lambda and coefficients of lambda, we can actually merge it. So shall we do that? So LHS becomes constants, we have AB naught and here we don't have a constant, so we'll write AB naught plus here this term is lambda, this term is lambda, so we can take lambda common outside and write this as AB1 minus IB naught plus etc. plus we have n minus 1 term, right? Lambda power n, we have lambda n minus 1 now. So prior to this we would have had one term, right? N minus 1 lambda. So we will take that also. So a b n minus 1 minus this is n and this is n minus 1. So the previous b will be n minus 2 into I. So lambda to the power of n minus 1 plus lambda power n b n minus 1 into I. Okay. So now we will use this and this. Now comparing LHS is equal to RHS. So when we are equating this, can I take the coefficients of like terms to be equal? Yes, right? So we have lambda value, that means here we would have had lambda prior to this term, that is lambda into p will be 1, adding to this will be 1, again here lambda into I you would have had, right? So here if I compare this two lambdas, what are the coefficients? Here the coefficient is AB1 minus IB naught. Here the coefficients are P1 into I. So we will write that down. So we got our AB naught minus B naught was the constant there, and this was the constant we equated LHS and RHS. Again this was coefficient of lambda, this was also coefficient of lambda, we don't need this lambda here. So coefficient of lambdas again will be coefficient of lambda square, coefficient of lambda cube, etc. Now we will take coefficients of lambda to the power of n minus 1. So let's see what it is. Coefficients of lambda to the power of n minus 1 are, so here lambda to the power of n minus 1 we have, this is the coefficient. Here lambda to the power of n minus 1 we have, coefficient is p n minus 1 into I. We'll write that down. Now taking the coefficients of lambda to the power of n, here also lambda to the power of n, coefficient is p n I, here coefficient is b n minus 1 into I. Now remember what we had to prove? Yes, we'll check it out once. Now comparing what we had to prove, check this, p naught into I we have. So we have with p naught what do we have? Into nothing we had, okay. So p1 into I, so p1 into I into what you had? A1 you had, right? So multiply this with a1. Again going on, check it out, pn minus 1 into I into what did you have in order to prove? We had a to the power of n minus 1. So multiply a to the power of n minus 1 to this. Again with pn we had a to the power of n, right? So multiply along with this. Now write down LHS together and RHS together. So multiplying we should write. So we have AB naught minus B naught plus AB1 minus IB naught into what did we have? A dash A1 plus etc. plus A bn minus 1 minus bn minus 2 into I into, we had to multiply with an minus 1, again plus into minus, okay, we'll take it as minus n minus 1 into a to the power of n is equal to, now RHS P naught I plus P1 I into A power 1 plus Pn minus 1 I into a to the power of n minus 1 plus Pn I into a to the power of n. Now multiply this a inside. So a b naught minus b naught plus a power 1 plus 1 is 2 b1 minus I into b naught is b naught. So we have a property saying any matrix is multiplied with the identity matrix, you will get back the same matrix. Okay, that means you have b naught into I is equal to b naught itself. Again a power 1 is nothing but a, right? We'll write it as a plus etc. plus a power n minus 1 into a, that is power gets added up, that is n minus 1 plus 1 is a power n b n minus 1 minus, this is into I becomes the same matrix, b n minus 1 into a power n minus 1 minus b n minus 1 into a power n is equal to p naught into I is p naught plus p1a plus pn minus 1 into a power n minus 1 plus pn a power n. Now check this out, a b naught plus a b naught, again minus a b naught, again your this terms gets cancelled with the terms which is there in this etc's. Okay, so these two also gets cancelled. Check this out here, bn minus 1 bn minus 1 a power n a power bn minus 1 bn minus 1 a power n plus n minus, so these two gets cancelled. So this would have got cancelled with the previous here term. So all these gets cancelled and will be equal to 0. That means your RHS will be equal to 0. That is what you had to prove, right? So hence our theorem is proved. Thank you.